Fellas, take care of your pits so you're not smelling like Now, this is going to be a little bit different of a video than you're used to on this channel, and I went back and forth on making it and essentially asking myself, is it worth it? Which is a silly question, but I went back to my golden rule and I genuinely asked myself, do I think this has the chance to help some people watching? And it was a yes, because of questions you guys have posed to me, but also my own personal experience. And the question is, or the topic or the tip, however we want to go about this, is giving you a trick and a method to applying all natural deodorant. Now, the reason why this is even a topic, and some of you may be like, Dan, that is ridiculous, is because it's very different than what a lot of us have come from. This is the actual deodorant that I used for years before switching to natural deodorants. Now, these are the two deodorants that I use. I rotate every other day. Some days I even take some days off, but these are the two that I use. They do not know I'm making this video. They did not ask for this video. This is just literally what I use, and it's going to be the explanation. A lot of us used to use antiperspirant, right? I thought that this was a quality option. Why? Because I thought that this was a brand that was like good and natural and all these things. And who knows? I don't know a ton about the brand. But the spot where I really decided I needed to change was the active ingredient, which is aluminum, and it was 19%. Essentially, the aluminum stops you from sweating. As I've kind of learned more and grew up and figured out, maybe I should sweat. Maybe that's something that is natural and that we need, and maybe clogging our pores or putting aluminum in it isn't the route to go. And this was the last step for me on a healthy overhaul of my body. I grew up on dollar store cheap stuff. I grew up on, and there's nothing wrong with that. Reality is reality. You can only afford what you can afford. But when we speak about reality, that stuff isn't as good for the skin and hair as other options, right? I grew up with whatever shampoo was on sale, buy one, get one free, you'd use that. As I got older, I started to take care of my beard. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm worried about ingredients. And then I started drinking more water. And then I looked at my shampoo ingredients, my body wash ingredients. I even changed my toothpaste, which I had the same mint toothpaste that I beloved for years, and now I'm on more of a natural type toothpaste. I changed everything. But up until about, I don't know if it's a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, the deodorant was the one area I would not change. It was the one hard stand that I had left, because I was paranoid about stinking. I learned some patience with my beard. I used to have really dialed in head hair. My beard needed to be perfect. I was like, it doesn't need to be that perfect. No one really cares that much. I'm my own worst critic. I was starting to loosen up on worrying about style and fashion and name brands. Not that I really ever had it, but you know, as like a high schooler or a college kid trying to get chicks, you always worried about that stuff. That all went away, but I couldn't smell. Body odor was something that was non-negotiable for me, and it was a fear of mine switching, because I heard when you switch from an antiperspirant to an all-natural deodorant, there was going to be a detox phase, a couple of weeks where you're going to smell. And then I was just worried that it could never be the same because I didn't think I ever had any problems with this. I'm here to tell you guys, I've covered this on a video before. I switched. I am so upset with myself that I did not switch earlier. I went from being pretty good, didn't really think I had any smell, but if I didn't wear this for a day, or if a day really got going that, yikes, the smell a little bit there, to now, I have absolutely no smell. Absolutely no smell. And I mean that no matter the situation, no matter the day. I'll take days off and I still have no smell. This has been through summer. This has been through coaching soccer. This has been through winter. No smell whatsoever. Rather than what seemed like it was just kind of masking the symptoms and masking the result, this seems like it's going in and treating the actual cause of the smell. And I have a pretty good diet. I drink a ton of water. I know that body odor can depend on your lifestyle. I'm not the greatest, but I'm pretty dang good. So that really wasn't it. Now, and I'm going to tell you guys the big hack and trick in a second here, but with these, people would say, why do you use two? One is baking soda based and one is probiotic based. They do two different things, and finding that rotation works great for me. Could I use one and just get away with that? I'm sure, but I haven't taken that step yet. I really like that every other day rotation. Baking soda is a harsher pH and can cause irritation for some, but some people need it because it is a little bit stronger. Probiotics a little bit more gentle and can be good for people that are sensitive, but sometimes people need a little bit more of a punch. I found that rotation works for me. Now here is the big part of this video. When you go from something like this to the natural deodorants, there's a big learning curve when it comes to how you apply it. Now, as ridiculous as that sounds, if you've never used all natural deodorant, you might not probably process what I mean by that. This is like creamy and smooth. You take it out, pop, 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 and you're good. You don't really think much about it. The consistency of these are different. They are much more like a beard product, such as a balm, right? Would be the best way. It's not quite a butter, but quite more like a balm, where you can use too much, or it can also be difficult to get on. The Beard Octane one is much softer, and you can use a lot of it, so just be gentle with it. It can leave some streaks on the shirt if you put it on first and then put the shirt over it, so just be aware of that one. The Copper Johns is almost the opposite, and it's really what this video is about today. It's much more of a firm, almost like a balm with that kind of wax that's in there. Now, these will change with the elements around you. This was always the same. In the winter, my bathroom closet gets cold, and the Copper Johns almost becomes like a frozen salad. In the summer, the closet in my bathroom gets warmer, and this gets much softer. So you got to be aware of that. But I'm in the winter right now. And even other times of the year when there's a lot of air conditioning going, this will get solid. Here's a trick, here's a hack that I found that really works. If I were to take this out of the closet when it's really solid and cold and I were to apply it, it's gonna be kind of clumpy. It might not even come out at all. And it's just not gonna be a pleasant experience. So a simple, silly little thing, and maybe this is common knowledge, I didn't know it, is I take the top off. I'm not gonna show you guys, I don't like showing used deodorant. I don't know why that's weird to me. I don't know if there's like a hair in there or the parts hanging. I don't know, I just don't like that. But if I pop the top off, all I do is press it to my armpit for about 3 to 5 seconds. That simple body heat warms up that outer layer, and then I can just do a nice smooth application. It's as simple as that. I've had that a few times with the probiotic Beard Octane kind when it got really cold. Same thing, just press it under the armpit for a couple seconds and then you can apply it nice and smooth. That was the biggest thing, is I was going to apply this the other day. It clumped up on me and Sam was like, that does bother me. What? And I told her, she was like, oh my gosh, that makes sense. I decided I needed to make a video on it. My biggest hack, my biggest trick, warm it up under your armpit. But please, anybody watching, know that the application of these are going to be different than whatever you've been using, whether it's been Old Spice, whether it's been, I don't know, whatever the other ones out there that are deodorants and antiperspirants. Huge change, and I've had a lot of guys tell me that. Also, if you use too much, it can kind of leave like the type feeling under your armpits. A little bit goes a long way. A little bit goes a long way. You're not covering and masking, you're treating. Big difference there. I don't know how many people this will help. I don't know if there's beard people that are like, dude, you don't need to cover armpits. I want to be able to help you guys out. As we're changing along with our beard passion, we should be looking at other areas of our body and our life as well. And I don't even think I introduced myself. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, you probably know me. Shout out to you guys. If you don't, my name's Dan C. Bearded. We normally cover beard content on this channel. If you're not really into beards, you might not want to subscribe. But if you happen to find this and you have a beard, consider subscribing. And if anybody found this video valuable, hit that thumbs up. It is appreciated, the like button. Thank you guys. Dan C. Bearded. Please stay bearded and stay positive.